Hi, welcome to the channel where I review the latest movies from around the world. The film Nuremberg takes the audience to one of the most critical and defining moments in modern history, the period when the leaders of a regime were brought to trial in an international court for crimes against humanity. This film is not merely a historical retelling, it seeks to answer a fundamental question. Were the perpetrators of these crimes monsters or ordinary humans who made catastrophic choices? The film begins at the end of World War II. Nazi Germany has been defeated, and its leaders are surrendering one by one to the Allied forces. Among them, Hermann Göring, Hitler's second-in-command, stands out contrary to expectations. He shows no signs of psychological collapse or remorse. He remains confident and composed. The Allies decide to hold a historic trial instead of executing the leaders immediately, what later becomes known as the Nuremberg trials, to assess the mental state of the defendants and prevent potential suicides. Dr. Douglas Kelly, a U.S. Army psychiatrist, is assigned to conduct specialized interviews. During his assessment, Kelly focuses particularly on Göring. A psychological confrontation develops between the two. Göring attempts to present himself as rational, patriotic, and innocent, denying or justifying his crimes. Kelly tries to determine whether Göring is mentally disturbed or fully aware of his actions. As the trial progresses and evidence of concentration camps and mass atrocities is presented, Göring continues to deny responsibility. Kelly reaches a shocking conclusion. The most dangerous aspect of Göring is not madness, but his intelligence and full awareness of his crimes. In the end, Göring is sentenced to death, but the night before his execution, he commits suicide using a cyanide capsule. Dr. Kelly, deeply affected by the experience, suffers a psychological breakdown after returning to the U.S. and ultimately takes his own life years later. The film concludes by emphasizing that understanding evil does not always lead to liberation. Russell Crowe delivers a layered and believable portrayal of Hermann Göring. His character is neither exaggerated nor cartoonish but deeply real, and therefore unsettling. Instead of focusing solely on the trial process, the film explores the minds and reasoning of the perpetrators, giving it significant psychological depth. Much of the film's tension comes from conversations rather than action, and the dialogue effectively conveys ethical and philosophical themes. The film demonstrates that major crimes are not necessarily the result of insanity. They can stem from deliberate, rational decisions. At times, the film is highly dialogue-driven, which may feel tedious for viewers accustomed to fast-paced storytelling. The strong focus on Göring and Kelly leaves other defendants and aspects of the trial underexplored. This film is more suited to viewers interested in history, psychology, and ethical analysis, rather than general audiences seeking entertainment or action. Nuremberg is not a film designed merely to entertain. It is a film that provokes thought, unsettles the viewer, and lingers long after the credits roll. If you are interested in history, the psychology of power, and the question of how ordinary humans can become perpetrators of extraordinary crimes, this film is a valuable and challenging experience.